Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pop, Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The New York Knicks come into this one after Elo Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis, and it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
On the court for the Mavericks, Freak, he's in at center. J.J. Barea is out there with Felton. Then it's Matthews, and it's Powell in at the power forward. Roden with it. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Passes it to Thomas. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Down low, here's O'Quinn. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Anthony. Mavericks leading by 4. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
The Mavericks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Dishes it to Freak. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. They get it again. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Checking out the stats now for Roten. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And he can't hit the second. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
Barea pulls it in.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now, here's Roden. He's guarded closely. The shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now here's Barea. He's covered by Roten. Freak. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark making the... Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. And Roten subbed in for Jose Calderon. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Freak comes in for Dirk Nowitzki.
Sounds good.
Matthews, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Raymond Felton. On the floor for Dallas, Freak, he's in at power forward. J.J. Barea is out there with Darren Williams. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Matthews at the 3.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Williams. To the middle. Freak kicks to Pachulia. At the elbow, it's Freak. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for the Knicks. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Shots good for Seraphin.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Nobody near Williams. Off target with his 3.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
And he gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Seraphin.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Williams. Now, here's Roten. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets it to go. Aflalo's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. Boy, that's his 2nd foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. To the paint, puts up the baby hook. And he can't bank that one in. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Williams' shot is off.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Now here's Roten, guarded by Barea.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Thomas. And here is Roten. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Carmelo Anthony really has his finger. With almost an entire new group here. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Oh, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Lance Thomas out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Serafin in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Correa, the pass to Matthews. To the paint. Here's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level but with greater efficiency. Too often his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job. Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
Here's Freak. And that one is stuffed right through.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Roten, that's short off the rim.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Shot's good for Serafin.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Outside for Barea. Here's Pachulia. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Pachulia's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 5 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Roten. Can't get it to fall. And at the close of the 3rd quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Tony Roten in for Jose Calderon. Then for the Mavericks, Freak's checked in for Nowitzki. Felton comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. On the 4 for Dallas, Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. J.J. Barea is out there with Felton. And it's Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside Matthews. Out to the right wing. Dallas again missing. Now Thomas, and there's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Roten. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean,